Unlock the power of privacy, understanding end-to-end encryption. In today's digital age, the importance of data privacy and security cannot be overstated. As we increasingly rely on online services and mobile apps to store and share our personal information, the need for robust encryption techniques has become paramount. One such encryption method that has gained significant attention in recent years is end-to-end encryption, E2EE. End-to-end encryption is a powerful security mechanism that ensures that the data being transmitted between two or more parties is accessible only to the intended recipients and not to any third parties, including the service providers. This level of privacy and security is crucial in a world where cyber threats, data breaches, and unauthorized access to sensitive information are becoming more and more commonplace. In this comprehensive video, we will delve into the world of end-to-end encryption, exploring its underlying principles, the technologies that enable it, and the benefits it offers to individuals and organizations. We will also discuss the current state of E2EE adoption, the challenges it faces, and the potential future developments in this rapidly evolving field. Whether you're an individual concerned about the privacy of your online communications, a business looking to protect your sensitive data, or simply curious about the latest advancements in encryption technology, this video will provide you with a deep understanding of end-to-end encryption and its significance in the digital landscape. What is end-to-end encryption? End-to-end encryption, or E2EE, is a security technique that ensures that the data being transmitted between two or more parties is accessible only to the intended recipients and not to any third parties, including the service providers. This means that even if the data is intercepted during transmission, it will be unreadable to anyone other than the intended recipients. The key principle behind end-to-end encryption is that the encryption and decryption of the data occurs on the user's device, rather than on the service provider's servers. This ensures that the service provider, or any other intermediaries, cannot access the content of the communication, even if they have the technical capability to do so. In a typical E2EE system, the data is encrypted on the sender's device using a secret key, and then transmitted to the recipient's device. The recipient then uses the same secret key to decrypt the data, allowing them to access the original content. This process ensures that the data remains secure throughout the entire transmission process, from the sender to the recipient. One of the defining features of end-to-end encryption is that the service provider, or any other third party, does not have access to the encryption keys. This means that even if the service provider is compelled to hand over the data, they will not be able to access the content, as they do not have the necessary encryption keys. End-to-end encryption is often used in a variety of applications, including instant messaging, email, and file sharing services. Some of the most well-known examples of end-to-end encrypted services include WhatsApp, Signal, and Proton Mail. The use of end-to-end encryption has become increasingly important in recent years, as the need for robust data privacy and security has become more critical. With the growing prevalence of cyber threats, data breaches, and government surveillance, end-to-end encryption has emerged as a crucial tool for protecting sensitive information and preserving the privacy of individuals and organizations. The underlying technologies of end-to-end encryption. End-to-end encryption is built upon a foundation of well-established cryptographic principles and technologies. Understanding the underlying technologies that power E2EE is crucial for appreciating its capabilities and limitations. At the core of end-to-end encryption are symmetric key cryptographic algorithms such as AES, Advanced Encryption Standard, and SHA-20. These algorithms use a single, shared secret key to encrypt and decrypt data. The sender and recipient must both possess the same key to ensure secure communication. To securely exchange these symmetric keys, end-to-end encrypted systems often employ public key cryptography, such as RSA or elliptic curve digital signature algorithm, ECDSA. Public key cryptography uses a pair of keys, a public key, which can be shared with anyone, and a private key, which is kept secret. The public key is used to encrypt data, while the private key is used to decrypt it. In a typical E2EE scenario, the public keys of the communicating parties are exchanged and verified, either manually or through a trusted third-party certificate authority. Once the public keys are established, the symmetric keys used for encryption and decryption can be securely exchanged using the public key cryptography. Another important component of end-to-end encryption is the concept of forward secrecy. Forward secrecy ensures that the compromise of a long-term key, such as a user's private key, does not lead to the compromise of past communications. This is achieved through the use of ephemeral keys, which are discarded after each communication session. One popular implementation of forward secrecy is the Diffie-Hellman key exchange protocol, which allows two parties to establish a shared secret key over an insecure communication channel. The Diffie-Hellman key exchange is often combined with other cryptographic techniques, such as the elliptic curve variant (ECDH), to provide even stronger security. In addition to the core cryptographic technologies, end-to-end encrypted systems often incorporate other security features such as 1. Authentication. To ensure that the communicating parties are who they claim to be, E2EE systems use various authentication methods, such as digital signatures, key verification, and two-factor authentication. 2. Integrity. Cryptographic hash functions, such as SHA-256 or Blake2, are used to ensure the integrity of the transmitted data, detecting any tampering or modifications during transit. 3. Key management. Robust key management systems are crucial for the secure generation, storage, and distribution of encryption keys, protecting them from unauthorized access or compromise. 4. Metadata protection. While the content of the communication is encrypted, metadata, such as sender, recipient, and timestamps, may still be exposed. Some E2EE systems aim to protect this metadata as well, using techniques like anonymous messaging or onion routing. The specific implementation details of end-to-end encryption can vary across different applications and service providers. However, the underlying principles and technologies discussed above are common to most E2EE systems, ensuring the security and privacy of the data being transmitted. It's important to note that while end-to-end encryption provides a high level of security, it is not a panacea for all security and privacy concerns. Other factors, such as the overall system design, user behavior, and potential vulnerabilities in the underlying software or hardware, can also impact the overall security of an E2EE-based communication system. Benefits of end-to-end encryption. End-to-end encryption offers a wide range of benefits to both individuals and organizations, making it a critical component of modern data security and privacy practices. 1. Privacy protection. The primary benefit of end-to-end encryption is the enhanced privacy it provides for the content of communications. By ensuring that only the intended recipients can access the data, E2EE effectively prevents third parties, including service providers and government agencies, from intercepting and reading the communications. 2. Data security. E2EE significantly reduces the risk of data breaches and unauthorized access to sensitive information. Even if the data is intercepted during transmission, it will be unreadable to anyone without the necessary encryption keys, providing a robust safeguard against cyber threats. 3. Compliance and regulatory requirements. Many industries, such as healthcare, finance, and government, are subject to strict data privacy and security regulations, such as HIPAA, GDPR, and CCPA. End-to-end encryption can help organizations comply with these regulations by ensuring that sensitive data is protected throughout the entire communication process. 4. Whistleblower and journalist protection. For individuals and organizations engaged in sensitive or controversial activities, such as whistleblowing or investigative journalism, end-to-end encryption can provide a crucial layer of protection, shielding their communications and data from government surveillance or other forms of interference. 5. Reduce trust in service providers. By removing the service provider's ability to access the content of communications, end-to-end encryption reduces the level of trust required in the service provider. This can be particularly important for individuals and organizations that are wary of the potential for data misuse or government overreach by service providers. 6. Resilience against compelled disclosure. In situations where a service provider is compelled by a court order or other legal mechanism to disclose user data, end-to-end encryption ensures that the content of the communications remains protected, as the service provider does not have access to the necessary encryption keys. 7. International data transfers. For organizations operating in multiple jurisdictions, end-to-end encryption can facilitate the secure transfer of data across borders, ensuring compliance with data localization and cross-border data transfer regulations. 8. Preservation of digital rights. By empowering users to take control of their data and communications, end-to-end encryption supports the broader goal of preserving digital rights and individual privacy in the face of increasing surveillance and data exploitation. While the benefits of end-to-end encryption are numerous, it's important to note that its implementation and use can also present some challenges and limitations. 1. Usability and complexity. Implementing and using end-to-end encrypted systems can be more complex than traditional communication methods, which may present usability challenges for some users. 2. Key management. The secure generation, storage, and distribution of encryption keys is critical for the effective operation of E2E systems, but can also add complexity and potential points of failure. 3. Metadata exposure. While the content of the communication is protected, metadata, such as sender, recipient, and timestamps, may still be exposed, potentially revealing sensitive information. For limited functionality, some advanced features such as group messaging, file sharing, or cloud storage may be more challenging to implement in a fully end-to-end encrypted environment. 5. Potential for backdoors and vulnerabilities. As with any security technology, end-to-end encryption systems may be vulnerable to software bugs, hardware flaws, or government-mandated backdoors, which could compromise the overall security of the system.